up, Scorpio? Welcome to your December 2024 horoscope. So sit back, relax, and enjoy this astrological forecast. The first part of December might feel a bit slower than usual, mainly because of Mercury retrograde in your second house until December 15th. That means things around money values or anything you've been working on for financial stability might feel like they're on pause or not moving forward as fast as you like. Then on December 6th, Mars goes retrograde in your 10th house of career and public image. Mars retrograde is like hitting the brakes when it comes to taking action in your professional life. Around December 24th, Jupiter will square Saturn, and this is the big aspect of the month. This is a bit of a tense moment where your desire to expand or grow Jupiter might clash with your need for stability or structure, Saturn. December closes out with 2 new moons, which is rare and means big energy for setting intentions and starting fresh. On December 30th, we have a black moon, the second new moon in the month in Capricorn, which is transiting your 3rd house. This new moon is great for manifesting new beginnings around communication, learning, and how you connect with people in your immediate environment, like siblings, neighbors, or close friends. On January 11th, the lunar nodes are going to change signs. 2025 is going to be a great opportunity to make a fresh start. Next month, we're going to discuss what areas of your life will be highlighted during 2025. We're going to start breaking down the aspects of this month of December 2024. But first, if you like a personal reading, go to davidosorio.co or visit the link in the description of this video. On December 1st, the new moon in Sagittarius will be transiting your second house. When the new moon enters Sagittarius on December 1st, the Scorpios will feel this energy focus in their second house, the realm of finances, values, and self-worth. New moons are all about fresh starts and setting intentions, and this one, in the expansive and optimistic sign of Sagittarius, invites a sense of growth and exploration, especially around your financial life and what you truly value. While Mercury retrograde is hanging out there too, Mercury retrograde in the second house can bring some "are you sure you want to expand on that" vibes. Old money habits or unexpected expenses might pop up, pushing you to rethink how you handle finances. On December 6, Mars goes retrograde in the 10th house. Mars retrograde transiting the 10th house for Scorpio is a powerful period. The 10th house governs career, reputation, public life, and long-term goals. So with Mars moving backward here, it's a time of slowing down, reassessing, and perhaps even reworking your approach to those areas. Mars retrograde tends to put the brakes on forward momentum, asking you to pause, reflect, and address anything that's not fully aligned with your ambitions or long-term vision. With Mars in retrograde through the 10th house, you may feel some frustration or delays in career matters. Projects might stall, or setting professional goals that once felt clear could seem murky. You might even question your current path or feel less motivated at work. This energy can feel uncomfortable for a Scorpio who's used to pushing forward with intensity. But this retrograde is actually a chance to make sure you're not just climbing the ladder for the sake of it. Use this time to question if your professional life aligns with your values and long-term vision. Are you on the right track, or is it time for a course correction? If there is a work project you set aside, this might be the perfect time to dust it off and see if it's worth pursuing. This Mars retrograde phase will last a few months, so embrace the slowdown, dig deep, and trust that this is ultimately strengthening your path forward. Before we continue with this astrological forecast, feel free to leave a comment. Tell me how are you doing, how the energies have been flowing during this time. It's really important to read your feedback, and it's a great way to support this channel. On December 7th, Venus enters Aquarius. When Venus enters Aquarius and transits through Scorpio's 4th house, it brings a fresh, unconventional, and friendly vibe into your home life and inner world. The 4th house is all about home, family roots, and emotional foundations, So this transit is like a cosmic invitation to introduce more harmony, uniqueness, and intellectual connection into your domestic sphere. Venus and Pluto conjunct in your fourth house of home, family, and emotional foundations is a deep, intense transit. When these two come together, especially in Aquarius, they bring transformative, revealing energy that asks you to get real about your personal life and your closest relationships. On December 15th, the full moon in Gemini lights up Scorpio's 8th house, bringing intense themes of transformation, intimacy, shared resources, and closure to the surface. Full moons are times of culmination, bringing things to a peak or revealing something hidden, and in the 8th house, this full moon could feel particularly powerful and revealing. With the 8th house full moon, something you started in the past, especially if it was tied to financial investments, emotional bonds, or deep personal work, could come to fruition now. This can be a time when an emotional or financial transformation you've been working on begins to yield results, allowing you to see just how far you've come. Take a moment to reflect on any old relationships, steps, or fears that still feel like they're binding you. Write down what you're ready to release and let go of any residual ties. Mercury, the planet of communication and thought, has been retrograde for a bit, so you might have felt like your financial or value systems were a bit off track or unclear. But now, with Mercury going direct in your second house, things should start to smooth out. Expect better clarity around money, possessions, and how you value yourself. Now, with the moon squaring Neptune in your fifth house of creativity, fun, and romance, there is a little tension. You might feel a bit dreamy or confused when it comes to self-expression, romance, or creative projects. Neptune brings the illusion, and in a square, it can feel like things are not quite as they seem. So if you're planning something fun, be aware of expectations versus reality. If something feels like it's holding you back, whether it's a financial attachment or an emotional burden, this is a great time to release it. On December 24, we have the most important aspect of the month. Jupiter in Gemini squares Saturn in Pisces. First, we're gonna discuss how this aspect is gonna affect the collective. When Jupiter in Gemini squares Saturn in Pisces, it creates a big of a push-pull energy in the air. Globally, this is like a cosmic tug-of-war between big ideas and cautious realism. Here is the vibe in a nutshell. With Jupiter in chatty Gemini, there is a surge of curiosity and interest in new ideas, connections, and learning. But Saturn in sensitive Pisces adds a bit of a break, making sure we don't get too carried away. People and societies might want to explore new directions, but they also feel cautious, wondering if those dreams are actually realistic. Jupiter in Gemini loves sharing info and talking things through. But with Saturn in dreamy Pisces, there could be a sense of what's real and what's not. Information might be all over the place, leading to mixed messages. There is a need to sift through what's true and what's wishful thinking. There could be conflicts between the free flow of information, Jupiter in Gemini, and attempts to control and restrict that information, Saturn in Pisces. Also, challenges in education and learning and balancing ideals with reality. This aspect encourages us to find a balance between our ideals and the practical steps needed to achieve them. It's a call to integrate expansive thinking with realistic planning, even on a global scale. On a more personal level, Scorpio, this square can bring some friction between your more spontaneous, expansive desires and the practical, grounded lessons that Saturn is teaching you in your fifth house. You might feel like there is a push-pull between wanting to take risks in love or creative projects, but also being held back by fears of failure or the lack of a structure. There could be moments when you feel uncertain about the direction of a romantic relationship or creative pursuit, especially if you've been overpromising or overextending yourself in these areas. On December 30th, Scorpio will experience the second new moon of the month in Capricorn, transiting through the third house. This new moon carries a practical, grounded energy, and it's all about laying down foundations, especially in areas related to communication, learning, in your immediate environment. The third house governs how you connect with your community, your siblings, and your neighbors, and the way you exchange information. So this new moon could bring an opportunity to refine how you communicate, learn, and process information. Plus, it offers a chance for a fresh start in these areas as you head into the new year. Here are some tips to utilize this full moon's energy. Write down what you want to manifest for the coming year in your personal communications, knowledge, and networks. Be specific and don't be afraid to focus on the small, steady steps that will lead you to bigger achievements. Example, I am committed to improving my communication by actively listening and engaging with others with compassion and clarity. The third house is about learning, so the new moon in Capricorn is a great time to organize a personal study plan, whether it's formal education, self-study, or exploring new interests. Now's the time to get practical and methodical about expanding your knowledge, set a specific schedule, or create a list of topics or skills you want to explore over the next year. Happy New Year, Scorpio! Thank you so much for your attention. I hope you like this video. If that's the case, please like and subscribe to my channel. Also, don't forget to go to the bell icon and activate all the notifications so that way you don't miss anything. Also, check your rising sign because this combined with your sun sign can help you a lot to understand better how all these aspects are going to play out in your personal life. Alright, Scorpio, thanks for watching and I'll see you later.